What's happening, family? It's good to see everybody on this past Sunday. And just wanted to send out a quick message, just a happy new year to everyone. Just letting you know our theme this year is to believe, and whatever that entails for everyone. We've been laying down foundational messages as it relates to what it means to truly believe God for something greater. Believe Him again when we've had failures, uh, to get back on track with things. And so this year is going to be a great year, um, for not just the church, but for you, because the only way it can be a great year for the church is that it be a great year for you, that you make up what it means to be a tabernacle of praise. You have to embody that for yourself. And so I thank God for each and every one of you. I thank God for each and every one that has supported the ministry over this past year. We're going to be getting out, I should say, some year-end things and some instructions for the new year coming up. And so, as we move forward into the things of God, I want us to be mindful, but I also want us to be intentional. I believe that's the word that, as I was talking with Diane on yesterday, when we were talking about the service and going over the service and what God was saying, and that's that word intentional. And so at the end of service yesterday, we had instructed people to do a couple things. One, spend an hour with God each day. This week, we are striving, setting aside an hour. If that means you have to break it up into 15-minute segments, break it up into 4 15-minute segments. Or if that means that you need to stay up an hour later or get up an hour earlier, whatever that means, we're going to be intentional about spending time with God this week. And then on next week, as a corporate fast, we're going to do a 3 day fast, and we'll let you know what days those are. And so that we're just going to keep moving forward. We're going to be intentional this year, because the way I can believe is to keep the word in front of me and keep the word in me, and that's going to help my belief. The man said that, God, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. And I don't know about you, but I have been in spaces in my life where I have struggled in the middle of my faith, where I have faith, but yet I'm still struggling in my faith. I believe, but yet I still have some unbelief. I still have some doubts. I don't know if God has ever told you something where you believed it, but yet you were still kind of looking side-eyed because you may have had a season in your life where things didn't work out the way you wanted them to work out, or things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. So, so now you have a adverse reaction to the things of faith. But then I'm also mindful of when Jesus told Peter that you're not mindful of the things of God. And so, in other words, you're mindful of the things of the flesh, but you're not mindful of the things of the kingdom. And so, sometimes in our walk, in our faith walk, we become more mindful of what people think and what people will say versus the things of God. And so to be mindful of the things of God, that means we have to move ourselves to a position in God. And the way we move ourselves in position with God is to get into the Word of God. And so we're going to be intentional this week. Uh, if you don't know what to study, where to start, Romans is always a good place to start in the Word of God. Matthew, Mark, Luke, all those are good, but I always recommend people start with John versus the other Gospels, because John is the one book of the Gospels that brings out more of the deity. It starts with the deity of Christ versus the humanity of Christ. And so that is a good place to start. Romans is the ABCs of Christian education, is always a great place to start. And so, but take that time, get into the Word of God. Let's discuss the Word of God together as we are reading through the scriptures and spending time with the Lord in prayer and reading the Word of God and letting that get into our spirit and all those things. And so we all had things in our life this past year that has rocked our faith in one form or another. But I am here to tell you that God is a God of redemption. That there's nothing, nowhere that can happen that can stop what God is going to do in your life. And so, not even you. So, look forward to speaking with all of you, seeing all of you on next Sunday. We'll be giving instructions on our Wednesday night starting back up here next week and in a couple weeks. And so we just have God doing some amazing things as it relates to where we're going. And so let's get ready and let's get ready to move. Happy New Year. It's 2019. Let's take this year, let's take full advantage and maximize every moment as we move forward. I love each and every one of you. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And leave a comment at the bottom of this video. And we're going to be producing more of these, and we're getting ready to show you just going through the scriptures and talking about those things and getting those things, and especially when you can't get through the Bible studies and stuff like that. You can always pull up a video, do a daily word, or whatever the case may be. But again, love you, appreciate you all. God bless you. It's going to be a great year, 2019. Let's do it. Peace.